Call me Master Zen cause I'm a flicky bands.
Well, it's really stupid title, man. No wasting time because this is a long ass video, but let's get into it, man.
Guys, I think I'm done with Isekai. At this point, I've seen it all. Isekai with power fantasies, economics, politics, using swords.
I'm still not, how do I put this, bro? I'm not like like I've been watching anime for years, but I still feel as if I haven't watched anime. Yeah, you can still say that too, because there's a lot of anime that other people like. I'm not even a regular Joe. It's like, bro, the amount of information that I know about anime, you would say, okay, nah, you're not really an anime dude, bro. You just started watching anime maybe like last year. I don't know, bro. I'm just probably chatting, but yeah, I still like the Isekai thing.
Smartphones, where the protagonist is reincarnated as a slime, vending machine, even a goddamn hot spring. For the longest time, Isekai was just my comfort food, something I could just turn my brain off and enjoy while using as few neurons as possible. Yeah, I knew it was—
Nah. Here's the thing about me, bro. I can't watch content that is like, for example, let me just say the anime, bro. Understandable, like it's anime, bro. That's how it is. Or like some characters, they look like kids, but they're actually older than me, whatever. Nah, bro. I'm not finna turn that off and say, nah, bro. Let me just enjoy. That's the anime, dude. Those are lollies or whatever the hell they call them. Or like this thing of like, I don't know, characters, niggas out here going crazy with like animal characters. They be humans. I don't know, bro. I see a human with fucking furs, fur on it. I see a furry, bro. I'm not with that. I don't care, bro. Even if she thick as hell, I don't care about none of that. It's just weird to me, bro. Just keep that over there. If that's what people like, yeah, bro. I'm not gonna judge you too much. I'm just gonna say, hey, man, that's you. I'm not finna be involved. But nah, man. Especially with this thing. Which anime was it? Like he got reincarnated. Shield Hero. Bro, the goofball literally found a slave in somewhere, like bought it, whatever, yeah, bet. And then he raised the slave as like his, I don't know, child or whatever. But then the goofball ends up having feelings for the goofball. And then it's like, bro, did you just groom that little nigga or what? Like, no, hold on, bro, I'm not with that. Hell nah, man.
Unhealthy junk food, but sometimes you just want to indulge in something that feels familiar. But eventually, I've come to realize that—
I hate that thing, bro. I don't care if I was, even if I was reincarnated too, like in the Isekais. I'm not doing none of that, bro. It be like little dudes. I'm trying to curse, not to curse too much, because I think YouTube, every time if you curse too much, they end up like decreasing, like not promoting your video to other people. But it's like, hey, what's the use? I already don't have like a large following or whatever. I don't know. I don't put this, man. It be little dudes talking about like they got feelings for their boy. They tryna like, and you look at the dude, it's a little nigga. Literally a little dude. Like, what is you talking about? You got feelings. And I understand it was like it's like for comedic purposes when like the little dudes wanna end up being the wife of the main character. Nah, bro, it's not funny to me, man. Cause it's literally like he's not even saying nothing. He talking about like like they ask him, which one do you choose amongst us? I'm like, bro, you literally got maybe like 2 to 3 characters that are like literally of age, and you kind of wonder, no parents having asked a little dude talking about like, no, he's mine. And you look at the dude, it's a little dude. Not actually, like, bro, I'm trying to say, because I can't say, I don't know, these days on YouTube, can't even say nothing. A minor, bro. That's the only time I'm finna see that. Talking about like, oh, he's mine. What is he talking about? You're supposed to be going to kindergarten. What the hell are you talking about?
As it tastes, eating too much McDonald's is detrimental.
That's the only problem about anime, bro. Like, I like anime, but you like it's hard to, it's just hard to say you love like you're an anime watcher. These days, it's hard to say you're a YouTuber because they finna bunch you up with the same weirdos they keep finding. It's like, damn, bro. It was like being a streamer. If you say you a streamer, now you're bunched up with some weirdos. Now you're a YouTuber, they finna bunch you up with some weirdos too. It's like, damn, bro. Might as well say you're usually nothing, man.
To my health. So anyway, I started eating KFC. Regression is a very popular genre in Korean manhwa and is the latest landfill dumpster rabbit hole I have once again fallen into. The genre is to manhwa what isekai is to anime and manga, and is about as equally detrimental to my health. Now, if you don't know what manhwa is, well, it's kinda like manga, except it's spelled like this. And it comes from Korea.
Oh.
All of it is way worse than what you can find in manga.
Look at this dude.
But you know where that last point doesn't matter as
I thought it was a manga with colors. I thought it was manga with colors, but it comes from Korea. Okay.
much. Trashy power fantasy stories where the main character becomes OP for some contrived reason that I just can't help myself from consuming. Hi, my name's Gigguk, and I have an addiction. This is a genre that hits all the same
That's a weird name.
notes that got me addicted to isekai in the first place, while feeling just different enough that it still feels fresh. Or, in other words, it might not be your OP protagonist in a fantasy world isekai story, but you know what? It sure does smell awfully familiar. So, if you continually question your life choices like I do, but want something a little different to dive into other than the same isekai-filled dumpster truck, allow me to introduce you to Regression. Because if you think your isekai brain rot was as bad as it could get, allow me to show you that your dedication to trashy stories can go beyond a single genre, a single medium, and now beyond a single nation. But first, ad time. Before we continue, I'd like to thank
Yeah. Get your money though, but we gonna have to skip this.
Wolf with
Ooh, give me the laptop for free though. I don't got money to buy it, so I can't support you, Peter. But get your money though with a sponsor. We gonna have to skip.
handle. If you're back, imagine a back to whatever I'm talking about. All right, first off, what the hell is regression? Imagine a trope that feels awfully similar to what you get to see in isekai, but instead of seeing someone getting transported to another world and living their fantasy there, the protagonist gets transported back in time to an earlier point in their lives with all the knowledge of future events intact. Sometimes it's a one-off leap, and sometimes they can regress back as many times as they want with certain conditions. If that sounds familiar to you, it's because, well, it's not exactly a concept we haven't seen before. Tokyo Revengers and Erased are basically a story about two different regressors, and hell, ReZero and Summertime Render's time loop is essentially just a regression mechanic. But now, we're just setting the bar too high. The big difference is a lot of regression manhwa tend to focus on the protagonist using their knowledge of the future as a sort of new game plus approach to their lives. Some use their knowledge to correct past mistakes in their lives or get a revenge of some
Brother, I understand. I'm not a firm believer. It's just out here just using their words for no reason. How to put this, bro? Yeah, I kind of believe this thing of like, bro, certain things happen for a reason, you feel me? But at the same time, I'm like, bro, I really wonder if I had all the knowledge that I have right now, the person I am today, and the personality that I have right now, if I had it back then. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You look at me right now and listen to me right now. Sounds like I'm a person that is not shy, for me. Well, I kind of am. Like I am kind of that person who, like, back then. Okay, let me put it like this. Back then, I was a shy person. I was very like reserved. You feel me? I was a little weird, but reserved, not in like a weird way. I was like the quiet kid. Let me put it like this in simple terms, because I'm just chatting right now. And I don't want to make this video even longer. Hopefully you're able to comprehend this English. I'm speaking fast, because this video is long, bro. It's already long enough. I was a quiet kid back then, so a lot of things I used to do with the homies. Like, for example, if I had to go like to town and like go buy something, instead of going to town by myself, I usually take like the homies, like, yo, bro. And it's like a waste of money, like, bro. You're wasting money because you gotta bring another person and you gotta pay for that transport. It's like, bro. Especially if like your parents gave you something to do, like they're the ones that told you go to town and get something, there, this and that. They only gave you like a limited amount of money to do all the things that must be done. But then you just, yeah. I was one of them goofballs, but I'm not like that no more. At the same time, because now I'm much more open. I'm not a shy dude like back then. Bro, how would my life be if like certain situations like shit, females, shit, goofballs, like bullying, all that type of thing, if I would like, if the current me or the things that I have, the quirks I have right now, I had them back then, how would my life be? It's like, man, I would have gotten more bitches back then that are of my age, because I'm talking about like me previously when I was a a little younger, so don't be on that weird shit. I'm talking about that. Yeah.
Sorts, most others use it to become really OP in whatever world they're in. Probably a fantasy world with video game elements. Like I said, different trash, same smell. So in that case, the first anime title that comes to mind is... Oh.
Reader of Healer. Wait, where do I know this from? But I think that the name, it rings a bell. Like, I know they got some, but I don't know where I watched it, or maybe I just saw like some people, like maybe I saw some like post online and people saying, yo bro, don't watch this anime, it's not like, or don't watch this is like a yeah.
Oh, this doesn't look good for me at all. But like Isekai, there are a lot of regression titles out there. Some are the same copy-paste titles you've seen a million times before. Some actually use the core concept in different ways. So with more manhwa not only getting adaptations, but becoming some of the most popular anime of the season, and some actual regression manhwa adaptations starting to sneak in through the cracks, like A Returner's Magic Should Be Special, I think this is a genre we are only going to see more of in the future. Alright, you've piqued my curiosity. So where do I start? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. The original plan was that I was gonna run through a bunch of titles, then I realized halfway through writing about the 10th regression with a fantasy backdrop, video game-esque abilities, a dungeon crawling structure with a big mysterious tower to climb, I'm
not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, a lot of people wanna, like, they wish they would, like, in isekais or whatever. Yeah. In certain isekais, yeah, you finna get some cheeks or whatever. Yeah, or powers or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. You got a harem. I don't know, but yeah, those type of things, like the generic things that everybody wants, or they wish they had, the things that, how do I put this? Well, this English is pissing me off. Every time I press record, I feel as if I can't speak English. Everybody wants to be in an isekai. The problem with me, I'm trying to say, is that, yeah, it's cool and all, but I'm not finna last long in an isekai world, or like if I get like reincarnated somewhere, especially in like the medieval times, because that's usually the most common setting. It's like back then, using like the medieval times in Europe or something like that, or like let me say like back then, centuries back then, like old times of like the earth. I don't know, bro, medieval times, bro. I'm not finna survive because I'm a iPad kid. I'm a person that literally was born with technology, so it's like, damn. Yeah, I'm getting head every day. I'm getting some different cheeks every day. But damn, these goofballs don't have a TV over here. It's like, damn. Like, how do they have fun?
Mine was starting to regress back to pee-pee poo-poo age. So instead, what I'm going to do is just speed run through some titles in different categories and focus on a few that really stood out to me. This way, I could show you some of my favorites and prove that not every regression manhwa is a fantasy series where the main character can regress and get super OP because of it. So, let's start with fantasy manhwa where the main character can regress and get super OP because of it. Look, it wouldn't be a proper introduction without starting off with a series like this, okay? Like looking at Isekai and seeing the same copy and paste Sword Art Online clones, going through manhwa can feel like reading 1,000 different iterations of solo leveling, except hey, this time the main character can also regress. Leveling with the gods is essentially just that exactly, but is one I actually think was executed half decently. The Swordmaster's son shows the rise of the youngest son in a family that's the equivalent of the Swordmaster version of the Zoldyck family. Kill the Hero details a good old revenge story where the protagonist levels up to kill the hero that originally killed him. Doombreaker, Volcanic Age, Infinite Level Up in Murim. If I were to continue, we'd be sitting here to the end of One Piece. So the series I actually want to talk about is Sss-Class Revival Hunter. Not to be confused with my S-Class Hunters, the SSS rank Hunters Lucky Draw, Civil Servant Hunters S-Class.
Jeez, man!
Log, but is to be confused with SSS Class Suicide Hunter, which is the other name for the series. We're off to a fucking great start. Honestly, after seeing this title, I went into the series with half my brain turned off in fear that using over 10 neurons would hamper my enjoyment of it. But lo and behold, this had some of the most fantastic storytelling I could find in the genre, which is a fucking shocker, because this is like having a light novel titled Reborn as the Weakest Mage that became the strongest dickhead thanks to his cheat skill in another world, and it turning out to be a chain of Isekai. After a mysterious tower appears and people from all over the world gather to enter it and yada yada yada, you know how it goes. There are monsters on every floor, people get special skills when they enter, and anyone who tries to climb the floors and hunt the monsters are called hunters, like the Flame Emperor, the top ranked hunter. He has wealth, fame, power, and all that shit they say in the One Piece opening. Women want to be with him. Guys want to be him, which is exactly how our protagonist, Gongja, feels. A lowly F-ranked hunter whose only SSS class ability seems to be shitposting. He just like me for real. Out of nowhere though, the power grants him his first S-ranked ability, a power that allows him to copy any skill other people have.
So he's a thief.
Catch, he can only copy the skills of anyone who kills him. And, oh, it only activates after he's already dead. It only activates after.
Warning, you must die to achieve this skill to. Okay, suicidal thoughts.
He's already dead. Dejected at gaining a skill he'll never be able to use, he accidentally runs into the Flame Emperor and finds out that in person he is, how do I say this?
A dickhead.
A bit of a shit cunt. Gongja gets senselessly murdered by the dude, but as it turns out, the Flame Emperor has a skill that allows him to travel back in time exactly 24 hours every time he dies, which is the exact skill he needs not only to prevent his own death, but also make use of the one skill he has. Oh wow, would you look at that? What a coincidence. Who could have guessed this could ever happen? After waking up with his newfound powers, he decides to take revenge, so he travels back in time to a point before the Flame Emperor awoke his powers by offing himself 4,090 times. Yes, you heard that right. 4,090 times. This motherfucker unalived himself so much, he might as well change his pronouns to was/were. But after—
Oh. I don't know, bro. I just got like a sharp pain, a little bit like. Understandable, he's trying to go back in time, but
after taking revenge, the real meat of the story comes when he uses his newfound ability to climb floors, become one of the most respected hunters in the land, and uncover the secrets behind this mysterious tower. Alright, I'm gonna be real here. I know the plot synopsis makes this sound like the most generic, trashy regression manhwa you can find, because it absolutely is. At the beginning. But as you continue, you come to realize that this is not the generic trashy show you expected it to be. With a lot of these dungeon crawling manhwa, the formula is pretty set in stone. You go up floors, everyone encounters a progressively more powerful monster, everyone wonders how the hell we're gonna defeat it, main character swoops in, saves the day, powers up. Hey, it worked for solo leveling, it can work another 10,000 other times, right? What sets Revival Hunter apart is the level of world building and different clear conditions when it comes to every floor. Instead of feeling like a dungeon, each floor is more akin to a different world with its own people, conflict, and hardships. Every stage.
Wow, he literally explained it. Sword Art Online. This literally oh yeah, I was watching it. Wait, how convenient that I just finished. Well, I haven't finished it. But I see where like this anime is inspired from, or maybe Sword Art Online came after this. I don't know, bro. Yeah, bro, this is like a Sword Art Online type of thing. Different level of dungeons, if each level has its own world over people, whatever.
It's so thematically different and presents a different philosophy that Gongja has to face, and he never comes out the same person. Instead of feeling like a dungeon, each floor is more akin to a different world with its own people, conflict, and hardships. Every stage is so thematically different and presents a different philosophy that Gongja has to face, and he never comes out the same person as when he entered. On the surface, it seems obvious what needs to be done to clear each floor, but as you dig deeper in each world, you realize there is far more going on underneath. This is honestly more reminiscent to seeing Luffy travel to different islands and resolving the different conflicts he encounters. But where the regression comes in is seeing Gongja's unwavering commitment to giving each world the one thing he thinks every place deserves: a happy ending. And to do that, he will retry the floor as many times as he needs to get the conclusion he wants. While Subaru is out here learning in season 2 that maybe he shouldn't be relying on his return by death ability so much, Gongja saw one low tier god video and thought it was a Mr. Beast challenge. 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times optimizing every little path, getting a better understanding of every single person, spending more time to truly empathize with the struggles of every floor before coming up with his own resolution. It's never about beating the final boss, it's about giving the characters in the world the closure they need, no matter how much suffering it takes to get there. If you have enough patience to get to floor 21, or the mirror mark of this story, you'll be able to see what makes this series special. This is where the series truly comes into its own, with some of the most beautiful storytelling I've seen in this genre. Normally with these videos, I like to save the best till last, but I'll just go out and say that this was my favorite regression manhwa I've ended up reading so far. I came in looking for trash.
Damn, you gotta read it. There's no like animated adaptation, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know what, bro. Let me not even say nothing, bro. You heard the sound of the roof. Yeah, we got a like corrugated roof. Is that what y'all call it? Like the roof is not like a tiles or seat. I don't know, bro. It's like it was not making noise, but then when they refreshed it, that's when the sound it started making noise, like it started moving. It's like, damn, bro. So they should have just left it the old material instead of refreshing it. Now every time I record, it's like, bro, it's weird. Oh, why this sound gotta be in my room and I be shooting videos, but not in our rooms? It's like, bro, I can't win in this fucking life, man.
I somehow ended up finding gold. So if you're thinking about trying any of the titles I just mentioned, this should be it. Whoa, Gigguk, I thought we were trying to get off Isekai. What if I don't want another fantasy show with video game mechanics? Isn't there anything more realistic? I mean, sure, let's be real here. The first thing I'd do if I was able to regress back with my knowledge intact is maybe buy a Bitcoin, invest in some Apple stocks. Tell Justin Wong, don't do it! He's capable of parrying the super! What?
Bro. Invest in Amazon. Tell my parents to get a crib before me. Like, bro. Yeah, man. Life right now is expensive. And I haven't even gotten my own crib, or I'm not even working. I'm literally unemployed, but I already know, like, it's like, damn, bro. What's the point? Even if I get employed, life is still expensive, man.
Don't worry, there's a manhwa for that. Except the Justin Wong thing, that was a joke. I would never deprive gamers of the greatest moment in esports history. Past Life Returner is there if you want a series about a guy regressing back and getting rich through hedge funds and financial investments. Medical Return takes the regression formula and puts it into a medical drama, with a doctor regressing back to fast track his medical career while making every other doctor look like a dumbass. To Be an Actor does this even better in my opinion, except with a successful actor rising up even faster to stardom again, if that one arc in Oshinoko wasn't enough to get your fix. But for a grounded regression drama, I very much enjoyed A Man's Man. Hansung, one of the biggest technology companies in Korea, has just appointed their youngest ever CEO, Yoo Yeon-hung. He has it all. Power, fame, fortune, and all that shit they say in the One Piece. Except what?
Where are the bitches though? Like, come on, man.
Problem. No one he cares about gives a shit. Hated by almost everyone he's worked with after he's betrayed and backstabbed his way to the top, his wife leaves him on the day of his promotion, and to top it all off, he finds out that one of his closest ex-co-workers has just committed Jump King. So, is there really anything to celebrate about? Alone and despised, he turns to his last remaining friend. A good old bottle of Jack, baby. Yeah, that'll never betray me. Except it does. And he dies. Corporate drama with a regression twist, and while you might be able to guess how this all plays out, the first thing that stood out to me about A Man's Man is just exactly what the protagonist's regression abilities are used for. Of course, with the company's future CEO with all the knowledge he has, starting from ground zero again, you know what to expect. He's gonna climb the ladder even faster, play the company politics perfectly to a T, expose all the people who were a thorn in the time he was there, and everyone around him is left dick in hand wondering how the hell a young upstart can play the corporate game so well. But while many regression manhwa focus solely on the protagonist finding success in whatever field they're in, I'm
not gonna lie, and I'm like a person that like watches, like when I think about like this type of like content or manga or anime, bro, let me say this Asian content, I'm a person that like the fighting content. I'm not really tapped in with the whole like for example, let me just make an example. I'm not really into anime that is not like, if the anime doesn't have fighting, I don't watch it. But this one looks interesting, but this manhwa is not anime. But if it's the problem is that it's not animated. If it was animated, I think I might watch it because it looks interesting. Out of all the content he just the content he just said right now, or like he said like you should watch, or like just mentioned or recommended, I don't know. I'm not even a business person. I don't even like working with people. I like working by myself. I don't know. There's something about it just resonates with me. The problem is that I gotta read it. And I know for a fact, even if they animate it, it's gonna be so more reading. Oh, bro.
His energy is put into making sure his entire team finds success and rising up together. He makes sure his co-workers are equally seen, ensures that the actual people doing the hard work are the ones that get the recognition and not the loudmouth bosses standing above them. This isn't a story about a man who gained success. This is a story of a man who already found success but regrets the way he got there. In a sense, there wasn't a single person responsible for the thorny path he took in his first life, but it was the result of the highly toxic work culture that the company had fostered for itself, and it's that culture idea that Yuyon is really fighting against, not by completely destroying the company, but changing it from within. Yes, this is a power fantasy, but it is a power fantasy for anyone who's ever worked in a big corporation where you feel absolutely insignificant and sometimes
I haven't worked a job. Like, I literally haven't worked. So I don't know why all of a sudden I want to watch this one. And there's literally no fighting. It's literally, yeah, I don't know.
daydream to yourself, fuck me, if I was in charge, I'd be able to get rid of all these rotten parts I have to deal with on a daily basis, humble some of these overconfident, useless managers who don't seem to do anything and actually run a tight ship. Put that in a setting of working in a massive electronics company with their team specializing in working for developing screens for electronic devices, right before the era where some fruit company announces this phone that you can control purely through touch, and that probably won't be relevant or anything, and you got yourself a pretty fun read. But sometimes, after reading a bunch of manhwa, you encounter a title that doesn't really belong in any category you usually see, but still goes bloody hard, like the next series, Chosu Saves the World. What would you do if you knew the end of the world was coming? Would you let it happen, make the most of the time you have left and live your best life, or
yeah, live my best life. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I'm not one of them heroic ass people or like how do I put it? Hold on, let me stretch. Fucking hell, man. Doing YouTube instead of looking for a job and do YouTube, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the hardest job. Don't get that twisted. Oh, doing YouTube is the easiest job, whatever. Oh, well, it depends on what type of content you make, bro. What I'm trying to say is that I don't know, bro. If I knew that the world was about to end, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm finna live the best life. That's literally what I'm finna do. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. And let me expose myself on it. Oh, okay. It's not even exposing myself because I'm just being real. I don't have the courage or like the heroic attributes to like, oh no, what? The world is going to end. Let me try and save it. I don't have that type of thing. Like, yeah, man, there's other people who can do that. Yeah. Okay, the thing is that I might try to find people that can actually save the world instead of me doing it. But at the same time, you can say I'm saving the world because I'm looking for other people that can help me save the world. I don't know, bro. I'm finna live my best life. Let me just say it like that.
would you do everything in your power to prevent it? On
And I'm a lazy ass nigga, so yeah.
Earth's final day, Chosu bears witness to a giant asteroid plummeting towards our planet. Scientific organizations detected the massive rock far too late and miscalculated it to be a near miss. All attempts to destroy or divert the thing have failed. As just a normal Korean office worker, Chosu, like many other people, was completely powerless to stop this fate.
Oh yeah, what the hell am I finna do?
Is crack open one last cold one and give one final toast as he watches.
Bro, if I got a beanie, if I got a little shotty, hey man, I'm hitting her stupid ass up like, yo, bro, the world's about it, and obviously she gonna take a little time, whatever. But now I'm just gonna, or like, let me just do this. I just hit my shotty up, whatever. I'm like, ugh. I wanted to use this money to do something else, but hey, since it's gonna be the end of the world, imagine this. I said, fuck it, let me just go have my last little, my last little sessions, and then after doing that. And I went in raw, dog. Then I get another like a message in my head or like, I don't know, premonition that the world is actually it's not gonna end. Yo, bro, that's the worst type of power to have. Like you do, like I don't know, man. If maybe it has like a little time limit, I don't know how to even explain this, bro. The English is not big. The English is not make sure, so I don't know how to explain this. Let me just say it just happened like that. You just got some bad luck. You got the power to see like the future. And the future tells you that the world is finna end. I bet. Then you go crazy, raw dog. And then out of nowhere, your power tells you that the world is not finna end. Yo, bro. And you gotta wait 9 months for a little nigga you didn't want. Hey man, we gonna have to get that milk.
The world come to an end. But we all know this is a regression story where the end is just the beginning of the end. Again, Chosu wakes up decades earlier as a kid. No mentions of any asteroid, no one panicking at the end of the world. Just one lone boy armed with Windows 2000 or Microsoft Windows 2000?
Microsoft.
oh, we're doomed. With his knowledge alone of Earth's inevitable fate, he gathers his strength, looks up to the sky and goes, oh, that asteroid's going down. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want... I wish it was that epic. Chosu's...
Huh? When Windows 2000 came out, I don't know how older was I. Here's the thing though. Let's put it like this, put it in the story like this. It's regular as me. I'm not very smart or like, okay, not saying I'm not very smart. I'm like average. I don't have like an average IQ, but I'm not like a smart person or like, oh, if this problem happen, oh, because I know this problem is finna happen in like a couple of years or in a decade or in a decade. Bro, I don't even know, bro. It's finna be useless, bro. That's why I'm saying, like, if I have that power, I'm just finna enjoy my life. Or if I get transported to the at the time where like I'm a kid and when that asteroid fell, like this situation right here, bro, I'm just finna use the knowledge that I have just to make my life better, not make the world better, bro.
Saves the world, takes the sometime render approach. He tries to save the world, fails, and every time he does, he wakes up 3 months past where he woke up on his previous attempt. But unlike summertime render, each loop is not days or weeks, but are decade-long attempts to explore the question of, is it realistically possible for a single person to save the world? Which, if you think about it, is pretty damn difficult. You might know an asteroid is coming to hit Earth, but what the fuck can you do? You're the only one who does, and you're just a bloody kid. The rest of the kids around you have just graduated from shitting their pants phase to eating boogers phase. Even if you have decades, what is the right approach to take to correct the course of history? Let's say you want to...
Especially if you're a person who, like I'm trying to say, I'm probably going around in loops. If you're an average ass person, you're not a smart, you're not a scientist.
NASA, super early that there's an asteroid coming. Well, you're just a fucking nobody who sounds like your run-of-the-mill crazy person who watched 2012 once and thought it was a documentary. Plus, they've already detected it before and thought it was going to be a near miss, remember? Do you really think they're going to take your word over their own scientific minds? Tough luck, kid. Go back to shitting your pants. Alright, well, I have decades, so how about I study astronomy and get my...
Study. You see when I say, bro, yeah, bro, I will be the wrong person having these powers.
Myself into a position where I can develop anti-asteroid technology as early as possible so we'll be ready when that asteroid gets detected. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But this raises a different issue. How do you get into a position influential enough where you can do such a thing? Where the hell are you going to get funding to pursue a project that will seem totally irrelevant until it's too late? Try and get up Daddy Elon to pump all his money into this instead of buying some bird website. Maybe I can convince coffee enthusiasts to use a percentage of their enthusiasm for developing a better cup of coffee into developing tech that could save humanity. And brew a cup of coffee. Loop after loop, layers get added to the plan, more problems arise that need to be overcome, time gets wasted specking into the wrong tech tree. Maybe you find out that a solution is theoretically possible, but you need to influence the technology infrastructure first to make it viable. This hits a grounded sci-fi drama itch I haven't felt since watching The Martian. Add in Armageddon with a little sprinkle of Steins Gate, and you have a title I finished in a single night. If you can keep your suspension of disbelief in check, especially in season 2, and buy into this fact that every single influential person humanity ever needed is conveniently placed in this one school, then for the most part this was
oh wow, how convenient.
An absolutely gripping and grounded exploration of what could happen if we needed to advance our space exploration infrastructure, especially when real life proposed solutions I could find for stopping an asteroid goes something like,
how about this? The laser bees.
Oh, huh? What's this? An asteroid is on its way to destroy all life on Earth? Send out the laser bees! That pretty much sums up my introduction to regression manhwa. There is one more title I was planning to talk about that's not technically regression, but definitely takes the core appeal and spins it into its own unique thing that I feel has the potential to be the next big thing after solo leveling. You know, I think that deserves a video on its own. So, until then, I'm going to take a break from my Isekai and regression brain rot for real this time, and start diving into some good, critically acclaimed anime again. What's this? Cultivation manhwa from China? Oh no.
It's not a nation, it's a lifestyle choice. What is manhwa? Where did that word even come from? Because I thought it was going to, oh, manhwa is like Korean something. Manga is Japanese. Now this is manhwa Chinese. I don't know.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
Oh yeah, it's done, bro. I'm gone. I'm gone, bro.
Call me Master Zen cause I'm a flick these bands.